Hey, what's up guys? I am your host, Ryan Zoo, and this is King of the Hill. Okay, we're here in game number 1 between the Primal 9 and Anacondas, which is also called Tyler. And oh my god, I am so happy to be back. I am so happy to be casting some more Bloons TD Battles, King of the Hill for you guys. I am feeling 110% now. I took a nice week off because I was really sick and I couldn't even talk. And I wanted it to do a Q&A commentary for you guys, but even that turned out terribly because I couldn't even talk. So I just rested the whole time in bed for a couple of days, and now I'm fully rested and fully back with 110% of energy, and I'm so excited to cast these games for you. The Primal 9, a Nobleman and a Knight, and of course Anaconda is also an ex-Knight and a Nobleman. So this is Nobleman Battles. And the thing is that most of the King of the Hill we're going to see from now on are going to be Nobleman Battles, because there's not going to be too many people that are still good but are not yet Noblemen. Most of the people that are good have already found out about King of the Hill, and they are the Noblemen, the 15 or so Noblemen that we have right now. And in this game we got farm vs farm again. So again, players showing that farms are still the dominant strategy on these short maps. I do know that in this particular game, I believe the Primal 9 and Anacondas both mutually agreed to not use the ice strategy. They basically both agreed that it was too overpowered, and so they both mutually agreed to not use it. And as long as both players agree, then that's fine by me, and it's fine by everyone else as well. So a quick little pink rush here, just to see if just to force the Primal 9 to get that 2-3 ricochet. Sorry, 2-3 boomer. And yeah, Anaconda's down by a few more lives, but in farm vs farm this does not matter at all. In farm vs farm, what's important is economy, and if if you can kill your opponent, basically. So Anaconda sent me this game. He recorded this game. I actually did a 3-day special for King of the Hill. Basically, I felt like there wasn't enough people, there wasn't enough Nobleman battles, there wasn't enough challenges, wasn't enough people getting involved in games. So I made a rule where just for 3-day special, where anybody can challenge anybody. So usually there's a 4 like ranking rule. So if you go to the King of the Hill page, you'll see that the Noblemen are ranked. I think before this match, Primal 9 was like maybe about, I don't know, 8th or something, and the Anacondas was maybe 12th. And so Anacondas, being the lower person on the Nobleman rankings, is challenging Primal 9, who's higher on the rankings. And but for this particular 3-day special, which is still going on right now, by the way, I've completely ignored. Basically, there used to be a 4-place rule, so you can only challenge someone 4 places higher than you. But I've made a 3-day special where you can challenge anybody. Anybody can challenge anybody. You can challenge the king if you want. Anybody can challenge anybody, just to help instigate more people to challenge and get more games going. And we have seen a lot more games. People have been a lot more motivated to challenge people if they know that they can challenge anyone that they want. And really interestingly, that Anacondas has chosen to challenge the Primal 9, because the Primal 9 is not a soft pushover, guys. He is a very, very good player. And we're going to see, I think these two guys are actually very, very evenly skilled. And we're going to see who's going to take it out here. So a quick little black and yellow rush here. It's going to force the Primal 9 to get a bit more defense up. Maybe a... oh, I wonder if this... No, you do need that cluster bomb. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so quite a bit of damage being done to the Primal 9. You need some extra support. And also a huge Regal yellow rush here. So both of these guys with their 2-3 boomers, there's not enough defense. And you can see here 2 different ways of basically doing the same exploit. Just doing a huge rush on round 8 to exploit the fact that a 2-3 boomer by itself is not enough defense. So both of them doing quite a bit of damage to each other. Anaconda's down to 66 lives, and the Primal 9 down to 106 lives. And now the Primal 9 saying he should have done that, because he did cost himself farm economy for that, but he gained Bloons economy. Excuse me. So it was quite hard to tell, you know, how detrimental that was economically. Alright guys, so time to get the camera detection up for round 12. Both these guys, of course, will never make that mistake of not getting camera detection. Back in the early days, at the very start of the King of the Hill, you know, we used to see people like Crazy Aliens and a couple of other noblemen just completely forgetting about camera detection. You would never see that now in King of the Hill. The level is just getting higher and higher. People are getting better and better. And oh, here's a small little rainbow rush by Anacondas, just forcing the Primal 9 to get a bit more defense. And without any ricochets, they're actually going to cause a lot of damage here. Oh my god, this might even kill him. No, not quite. Yeah, basically the bomb towers couldn't get past the zebra layer on the rainbows, so basically it had to wait until the 2-3 boomer got through the zebra layer before those bombs could do anything. So that's why all those balloons got through. Anaconda's doing another little rainbow rush. Oh, followed by Camo Ceramics. So here it is. He's exploiting the mortar. This is probably going to work, guys. I have very good faith in Anacondas. And this ceramic is definitely getting through. So this is going to be right there. GG! Anaconda's stacking that rainbow and camo. Perfect play. So not camo. Camo ceramic with the rainbows. Even though the mortar did pop it, but just the fact that he stacked it meant that the 2-3 boomer could not focus fire that ceramic, because the 3-0 cluster bomb is not very good versus ceramics. In fact, it's terrible versus ceramics. It's just too slow firing and it does not destroy the ceramic shell. So you really need something more like rapid firing, like the best thing is a 2-3 boomer. Also the 4-2 bomb tail helps a bit as well, because it locks that ceramic in place, giving it more time to pop. But yeah, did you see that single ceramic just basically snuck past, and even though it's decamoed, but there just wasn't enough attacking power by the Primo 9, and Anacondas takes the first game. Oh my god, this is so exciting. I am so glad to be back casting these games for you guys. Let's go to game number 2. Okay, game number 2. Let's see what the Primo 9 has chosen as a second map. I'm so excited. Oh, of course, another farm map. I know that Primo 9 loves his farm maps. And Anaconda says the good luck, and the Primo 9, of course, saying you too. So, very likely to see farm vs farm again. Whoa! What's going on here, guys? We're gonna see farm vs no farm. Oh my god, actually, my favorite games are farm vs no farm, because I always love to see how a non-farm player is able to defend against these farm rushes. So Anacondas is the most creative player I have ever met. And so if there was anybody that could figure out a way to stop farm rushes without farms, this is your man right here. This is your man. He's gonna show us something amazing. I feel like this game we're gonna finally see how someone is gonna be able to stop farm rushes. Because honestly, we've seen quite a few farm vs no farms in King of the Hill already, and every single time, I'm pretty sure 100% without fail, the farm rush has always succeeded. The farm rush has always, been unstoppable. So I'm really keen to see if Anacondas has finally found a way to stop the farm rush. Interestingly, that he chose to use farms on cards, but thinks that he may be able to find a way to stop farm rushes on Temple. So, oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh! So, already a divergence over here, a ricochet start, as opposed to a 2-3 boomer start. Basically, the ricochet allows you to get a bit more economy because it is a little bit cheaper. But if your opponent chooses to exploit you on round 6 with blacks, you will lose lives unless you get something else to help you back up as well. So I'm pretty sure Primo 9 is smart enough to know that round 6 blacks is the way to exploit the ricochet, as a single ricochet just cannot really handle blacks by itself, whereas the 2-3 boomer can. So yep, just Bloons economy versus farm economy, and we're not going to see too much action here in the very beginning, but just pay attention to see how Anacondas is trying to maximize his economy now, so he can use it to defend the farm rushes later. Because that's basically what you need to do versus farm rushes. You need to maximize your economy when it's not, the rounds are not very dangerous, like around these rounds, but on the really dangerous rounds, like round to 13, the farm rainbow rush, and round 20, the super ultimate farm rush is basically round 20. You want to maximize your money for that round so you can get the maximum defense up. And oh my god, so this is so interesting. He's got Tech Shooter to defend against, probably using the Blood Maelstrom for that round 13 rainbow rush. And already I can see how he's trying to defend against farm rushes, because if you can get the Blood Maelstrom is basically the cheapest, one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, defense against rainbow rushes. Like 1 or 2 Blood Maelstrom only costs like 4,000, and usually it costs 6,000 plus, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 ricochets to defend against the farm rainbow rush, whereas just 2 Blood Maelstroms is usually all you need. So because he can spend less money on defending the rainbow rush on round 13, it allows him to get a lot more money. So this is, oh, what's going on here? Maybe we restart. Oh, okay. So luckily we didn't have to restart just then. But yeah, so with this ricochet and Tech Shooter combination, it should be enough to stop the blacks as well. And certainly with the ricochet, Rigo yellows or anything like that is not going to be any trouble. And these yellows are doing a bit of damage to the Prime 1-9, but not really that much. Oh, Rigo whites. Really interesting. So, can this 3-0 texture be enough to support the ricochet? It looks like it is. A couple of lives lost, but definitely not anacondas to hurt anacondas because, again, lives don't really matter when your opponent's going farms. You know that a farm player can't go late game. And actually, I'm really curious to know if anacondas can go late game, because I don't think he has a ground 0 either. I think he just has boomerang, tech shooter, mortar, and probably bomb tower. So he doesn't have ground 0 either. So it's very possible that Anaconda's getting a bit of lag here from the recording, which is a bit unfortunate, but not really avoidable. But yeah, I wonder what the Prime 9 should do now, knowing that his opponent doesn't have ground 0. He doesn't have to go for the round 20 rush now. The reason he used to go for the round 20 rush was because, okay, so here's some camos forcing Prime 9 to get that camo detection out. Very well played. The reason you go for the round 20 rush is because if you wait to the round 25 or round 26 for a huge rush, then your opponent usually has ground 0 by then, has enough money saved up for ground 0, so you can destroy that rush really easily. But without ground 0, then I'm not too sure what the correct play is. And oh my god, here it is! The Rainbow Rush! And Anaconda using to use the flame to defend. Holy cow! Whoa, that flame is so good! And Prime 9 also choosing to stack the camo picks with the rainbows, but it did do some damage, but not quite enough. And now... yeah, it's just a little bit of screen lag, but on this side, that rush was actually really small, guys. I'm surprised how small that was. I definitely think the Prime 9 should have sold his village. The village is really... And there it is! GG! Prime 9 knowing he can't win the game anymore, surrenders, and GG indeed, says Anacondas. That was... I would have to say a really failed attack there by Prime 9. Trying to use the rainbows to double stack with the camo picks. I like the idea of it, but usually if you're doing that, you can't really use it to kill somebody because it takes so many. It doesn't hurt like that many lives because not that many balloons get past. Only a couple of picks get to sneak past, whereas those rainbows were completely ineffective waste of money. And I'm surprised that 2 ricochets and a flaming tech shooter was enough to stop that Rainbow Rush, but I guess the Rainbow Rush wasn't that big because Prime 9 didn't sell his village. If he was going to go he obviously went all out. And if he's going to go all out like that, he definitely should have sold his village. That village is like another $4,000 he could have put towards his rush. Maybe even $5,000. A lot of money he could have put towards his rush, and he didn't sell that, which I think is a huge blunder by him. Which means that Anacondas takes the game. Wow, so that means that Anacondas is taking a quick 2-0 lead. Does that mean Anacondas is going to destroy the Prime 9 in a quick 3-0? Holy cow. Let's go to game 3 to find out. Alright, game number 3. Let's see what the Prime 9 has chosen for this map. I think he might be... Whoa, he's chosen another small map. This is crazy. This is... I would never have expected him to pick this map. Basically, this is Anacondas' favorite map, guys. Anacondas is so good on Hydro Dam. He is so freaking good. He's been working with Trevor Squires really hard to develop like the ultimate Hydro Dam strategy. And I think he's very good at getting to the late game in Hydro Dam now because familiar with these towers? I guess so. Yeah, basically he's been working really hard on Hydro Dam strat, and he's so good at stalling the rounds with his Darting gun, and he gets such high income on Hydro Dam now. He's able to get like more than 600 income, which is like, I think maybe even up to 700, which is crazy. 650, 700 on Hydro Dam, the smallest map in the map pool. Both of these guys going for Bomb Tower, Darting gun. I'm not too surprised. I remember that Anacondas used to go Mortar on this map, so I'm actually a little bit surprised he's going Bomb Tower start. But what's going on here in this chat? What do they say in the chat? What are they saying about my reaction? Predicting what I was saying in this commentary. Can you predict what I'm going to say in huge fails by me? Yes, I did say that you failed in that previous attack. Definitely forgetting to sell the village was a huge failure. But yeah, I'm really surprised, guys, that the Prime 9, and oh my god, I've not been paying attention to this game. Prime 9 already down to 81 lives. And for some reason, Anaconda thinks that this will be tough. I wonder if he's saying if it's for himself or for the Prime 9. Gotta use a really old strat. Alright. Alrighty then. Okay, so yeah, even the Prime 9 is confused. I have no idea what he's talking about. So Prime 9 already down to 81 lives. I don't know how he lost his lives really early. I think it's because he didn't put his Dartling gun down very fast. He actually preferred to get more economy rather than getting that Dartling gun down ASAP. Excuse me. So yes, Dartling gun can only be part of your camera detection solution for Hydro Dam. You can't rely on Dartling gun as your only camera detection because basically you just do like a rainbow camo rush and you will overwhelm your opponent. So these blues and greens and blacks overwhelming both players, but especially Anaconda is losing quite a few lives here. Maybe a bit of lag, I don't know. He thinks the balloon the Bloons and TD, and now both these guys getting their cluster bomb up for round 8. Yep, needs to be safe versus the Regal Rainbows. Regal Rainbows is actually just a really strong attack on Hydro Dam, guys. Basically versus anybody but the best players in the world, a Regal Yellow Rush on Hydro Dam is probably going to win you the game. And that's why you need this cluster bomb to help out with that. Also, Ricochet could also do the job, but these guys, since they probably don't have a Boomerang Monkey, and whoa! What the hell is this? What the hell? Primo 9 is down 2-0 and he's using... What the hell is going... Oh my god, my mind is going... What the hell? Are these guys like playing even seriously? Anaconda is showing a farm on the right hand side, and then the Primo 9 is showing Dart Monkeys with that what is that? The 3-0 Dart Monkey? What on earth are these strategies? These are totally new strategies that I've never ever seen in King of the Hill, and let's see how good they are. I mean, there must be. I mean, if they're not good at all in any way, then these guys are gonna find a way to kill each other. Definitely Anaconda's one of the best attacking players in the world, and if he sees a hole in your defense, man, he's gonna find it and exploit it so hard. And meanwhile, what's up with his farm, man? That means that his loadout is like what? Whoa, he just sold his farm. Whoa, that was weird. That was so weird. I'm trying to follow the chat as well. I'm trying to understand what they're saying. So, yes, it's a very short map, but what's the point of getting a farm if you're going to sell it like almost instantaneously? So both these guys using laser guns, and guys, just sell your towers and go for a Rainbow Rush, because a laser cannon by itself is not going to be enough to defend a Regal Rainbow Rush, I'm pretty sure. And now Primo 9 is going down, and there's a Dart Monkeys by Anacondas as well! What the hell is going on here, guys? What is going on here, guys? Now, don't be fooled, guys. The Primo 9 is not going for Super Monkey Fan Club. I repeat, he's not going for Super Monkey Fan Club. Why? Because the Super Monkey Fan Clubs cost $8,000, and there's no way these guys have $8,000. I'm pretty sure there's no way they have $8,000 in the bank right now. What these guys? I mean, they're not going for. Is this seriously? This is a serious game, guys. Like, what's going on here, guys? What am I commentating? Am I just being trolled? Like, the Primo 9 lost on cards. He lost on Temple, and then he chose Hydro Dam, and all of a sudden we've seen Dart Monkeys from both players. I mean, look at this. These Dart Monkeys aren't doing anything. They can't even hurt. They can't even do anything. But at the same time, like, these guys, are they even rushing each other? Like, they're not sending them balloons, I don't think. I think they're both waiting for like a round 18 rush. They're gonna ask you some questions. Do I have a girlfriend? Yes, I have a girlfriend. Thank you very much. We've actually been together for 4 years, which is a really long time for boyfriend and girlfriend. There you go, Anacondas. Now you know. So, holy cow, so these guys are going really late game with the most insane strategy I've ever seen. I actually don't even know what the Primo 9's 4th tower is. Bomb tower, Dart Monkey, Dartling Gun. Yeah, we haven't seen the 4th tower. We've seen Anaconda show the farm, so we know what his 4 towers are. I can't believe Anaconda has a Dart Monkey. Like, that 2-3 Dart Monkey sitting there is doing nothing. It's doing absolutely nothing. Like, it might be helping. Guys, this is a serious King of the Hill game here, guys. This is a serious King of the Hill game. I can't believe you guys are chatting like so nonchalantly. Like, what's going on here, guys? Oh my god, I'm so lost. So both these guys are still not rushing each other. I really want to see how much money they have. It seems like both of them are putting all their money into defense, because they both have 3 mod maulers, which is quite a few mod maulers. Plus, look now Anaconda has 2 of these 3-0 Dart Monkeys, and I guess the Dart Monkeys are helping a little bit with the camo, but not really. And now he's got a second Dartling Gun as well. What are they playing, like neutral or something? Why are they going to rounds? This is like the latest rounds for Hydrodam I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure, I'm definitely sure I'm getting trolled right now. I am sure I am getting trolled. There's no way these guys aren't attacking each other. Probably not even say he doesn't even know he has a second Dartling Gun. Like, what is up with that? Like, this is ridiculous, guys. I mean, I can sort of see that these guys are putting all their money into defense, and so therefore I can see why they wouldn't be rushing each other, because they just simply don't have the money to rush each other. And I'm pretty sure I have just never seen these guys go for economy. Like, they haven't gone for the economy at all for the last so long, because yes, please attack or something. Like, I'm pretty sure if you just sell all your towers and do a huge rush right now, you'll win. But that's probably no, maybe not, because then your opponent can do a counter rush. So I mean, how late will this go? I mean, round 24, round 25. Later on, there's some more natural Moabs. I mean, you can even send Zomai Gods right now. If you had enough money, you could send a Zomai God. I want my pockets. What does that mean? What does that mean? So another natural Moab here, guys. It's gonna be really hard to tell what's the difference between the balloons that your opponent sends and the natural balloons, because they're all coming out of the same place. So I really don't know if these Moabs are natural or if they're not. This looks like. Oh, but if they're coming at the same time on both sides of the screen. Oh my god, there's quite a bit of damage done to Anacondas. This might be GG here. And GG! What a stupid game. Honestly, that was such a stupid game. I am just lost. I don't know, guys. I mean, that was a good game. Really entertaining game, definitely. Skill-wise, I really don't know, honestly. I mean, they use Dart Monkeys and farms. Like, especially Anacondas, I don't know what he was doing. He literally used farms for like 3 rounds and he just sold it again. And he literally used like 2 Dart Monkeys. I think that's it. And that was the reason why he used darts as loadout. I mean, he could have had a mortar, he could have had so many more useful towers than Dart Monkeys and farmers, which he only used like for 2 rounds. Meanwhile, Primer 9, making good use of his Dart Monkeys, sure, but I don't know if putting tons of 0-0 Dart Monkeys is... I'm honestly, I have no idea what's going on there. But nevertheless, Primer 9 able to win that game, so he does start to make a comeback, coming back 1-2. Is he going to make it another comeback and win 2-2 and make it to the 5th game, or is Anaconda's going to take it in game number 4? Let's go to game number 4 to find out. Alright, we're here in game number 4. Let's see what map Anaconda's has chosen. Now, the really funny thing is that Anaconda's usually likes the small maps. Yeah, because he really isn't very good at going no lives lost on the big maps, which is what you need to do for King of the Hill. Oh, Park! Interesting. So basically, the next smallest map that you can choose, I think, oh no, maybe, yeah, Park is pretty small, and also, maybe Pyramid Steps is a little bit smaller than this. But yeah, he's chosen Park, and he's going farms on Park, so he obviously thinks that Park is a small enough map to go farms on. So yeah, what's really interesting is that Anaconda just loves the small maps, but all the small maps have already been played. Temple, Cards, and Hydrodam, and that's because Prime9 also likes the small maps, obviously, which is why he chose them, even though he lost on them versus Anacondas. And here we're gonna see the ultimate test. This is really the ultimate test of farm versus no farm. I felt like that game on Temple was really just Prime9's blunder. I felt like that was not the strongest farm rush you could do, so it wasn't really a good test of farm versus no farm. This is a good test though, because this map is bigger, so if farms can win on this maps, then I'm pretty confident that farms can win on Temple and Cards as well. So we're going to see if the Prime9 knows how to defend against farm rushes on Park. And interesting that Prime9 is going for the cluster bomb start. So he might be going for bomb tower tech shooter, which is really interesting because bomb tower tech shooter isn't very good at going no lives lost, but it is good at getting higher econ, which is what you need versus farms. But the thing is that when he picked his towers, he wouldn't have known if Anacondas was going farms or not. Maybe he would have known, because we have seen Anacondas go farms on this map before. So both these guys go cluster bombs, and that just gives you a little bit more econ in this situation versus the boomerang strategy. I haven't really been following the chat, so guys, you guys can follow the chat. I'm gonna follow the game and commentate for you guys. But oh my god, so an ice tower down. Now if this it's not really in a place to store balloons. It's not really at the start of the track, but it is in a place where the balloons can't necessarily be hit. But then again, the Prime9 has instantly upgraded his ice tower up to a 2-0, so shouldn't be too much stalling if there is any. And I am going to allow it for this game because let's see here, guys. So Prime9 this is going to stall the game a little bit, and Anacondas probably isn't very happy about that. Yes, I'm 100% ready to commentate for you guys, but I'm still 5% sick. Still got a little bit of phlegm in my throat, guys. But Anacondas not too happy seeing the ice towers, as the ice towers really are the counter to farms, because it does buy you a little bit of extra time. And really, you gotta ask yourself, how does a little bit of extra time help? Well, it helps the truckload. Really, it does. Just having a couple of Rigo rushes here. Rigo Blacks. It looks like the ice towers are doing a much better job of popping than the tech shooter, which is really interesting. But basically, if the ice towers can stall the rounds for an extra, let's say even just 12 seconds, that's 2 more income boosts. That's like $1,000 more, and which is pretty much another extra tower. All you need, and often in most of these defenses, is 1 more tower, and it's the difference between defending and not defending. So really, like, extra 12 seconds, it makes a huge difference from like a hard defense to an easy defense. So we're gonna have a mortar here by the Prime9, which could be exploited by Anacondas' favorite mortar exploit strategy. I have been talking to the Dark Affliction a little bit about how effective really is these mortar exploits, and it depends. At the moment, by now, most noblemen know about. So exactly right here, Prime9 saying, "Please leave my mortar alone," and Anaconda saying, "Your mortar is never safe," which is true, guys. There's so many different ways to exploit the mortar, because all you need to do is just stack up camo balloons and non-camo balloons on the mortar, and especially all you need to do is stack 1 camo ceramic, and if that camo ceramic gets passed, then it's so many lives lost for your opponent. And interestingly, Prime9 using that 4-2 bomb tower as his defense versus any Rainbow Rush that could come at him. So yeah, basically the Dark Affliction does not think that the mortar exploit is that strong, because if you're a really good player and you know about it, when you see it coming, what you can actually do is you can just move the mortar. Because the whole point of the mortar exploit is the fact that you overlap the camo and the regular wounds at the particular point where the mortar is firing. And so all you really do is that you just move the mortar to a different part of the track, preferably a later part of the track, obviously. And then the timing is completely off. And usually by that time, all the balloons are popped, and so now the camo and regular balloons aren't stacked on top of each other when they reach the mortar anymore. And I sort of agree with that. It makes sense in my head. I haven't tried it out, but it definitely makes sense in my head that the mortar exploit seems pretty easily counterable by just moving the mortar positioning. But it does require quite a good player to realize what's going on and move that mortar if he ever sees this, like maybe a BFB rush with a couple of camos or something like that on round 20. So Prime 9 also you can also just be safe with double mortar. It's really hard to, probably impossible to exploit double mortar using that Anaconda's layering the balloons and camo balloons trick. So it looks like that because but something that I totally forgot to mention was that Anaconda's adjusted perfectly. So because he saw that the Prime 9 was using ice towers, then he's not using the farm economy anymore. So I should have mentioned that a lot earlier, guys. Sorry about that. A single Moab rush for some reason. I don't know why I sent that. That probably didn't do anything. No, that won't do anything at all. So Anaconda's is definitely in a disadvantage because he doesn't have the ground zero. He has, what is it, village, tech shooter, bomb tower, and farm. So he doesn't have the ground zero. He's probably going to die late game if he doesn't kill the Prime 9 quickly. And he's going to quickly think of a way to kill Prime 9 now, because if he doesn't kill him now, then it's going to be GG. So this is round 20. This is usually when you see rushes. And indeed, I see the nose of a BFB. So one BFB, I think it is. Prime 9 saying no. No, he's saying no. No. Probably saying no. I'm going to stop this. So quickly getting Arctic Wind. Very good start. Arctic Wind is one of the best defenses versus regular balloons in the game. And now with the Arctic Wind and okay, so I think Anaconda was trying to stack. Oh, these ceramics might get past. No, the Arctic Wind is so strong. Oh, lives lost by the Prime 9. Down to 30 lives. He's gonna die though. Let's see so many more blows getting through. Holy cow, that was intense. I don't know how he lost those lives. But that is it. Oh my god, that was so intense. So the Prime 9 just barely able to defend that with those Moab Maulers and the Arctic Wind, and now that's pretty much going to GG right there. Even selling his village for that attack, and actually able to have enough money to get his village back up, which is quite impressive. But yeah, Anaconda's is out of money, out of towers, out of defense. I think we can just wait for. Okay, so here's a big grouped Moab rush, and there's no way Anacondas can do anything to stop this. And his BFB is way too slow. This is not going to do anything. He has no money for offense, no money for defense. Try to do a quick little camera rush, trying to get anything by, but this is not going to work. I think the Prime 9 is going to win game number 4, which means we're going to equalize 2-2. And there it is, GG. Anaconda's losing there, which means the Prime 9 winning, making a historic comeback from 2-0 down, back up to 2-2. Holy cow. One of these crazy games we've been watching. We've been watching so many farm versus no farms, which is really interesting. I think Anaconda's made a mistake by choosing to stick with non-farms, because even though there was ice towers by the Prime 9, I still think doing a farm rush on round 20 is much better than the rush that he did. So, you know, as we saw in this game, without round 0, Anacondas can't go late game, so he has to do a round 20 rush. And you might as well go for a farm round 20 rush than a regular round 20 rush, because you can get much bigger rushes. So anyway, game number 4 concluded. Prime 9 takes the victory there. So, we are going to go into the deciding game number 5. This is going to decide who's going to, if Anacondas wins, he's going to move up to the position above the Prime 9 in the Noble rankings. And if he loses, then the Prime 9 is going to get the badge. And these badges do matter for something in the future. I haven't told these guys what these badges matter for, but basically try to collect more wins as Nobleman, and it will become rewards in the future. So let's go to game number 5, guys. Alright, we're here in game number 5. Let's see what map Anacondas has chosen for this 5th map. Oh my god, I think he's going to try and pick. Whoa, he picked the big map. Whoa, really interesting. I did not expect him to pick this map again. This game decides, oh yes it does indeedy. Yeah, I would have thought that he would go for another small map. Yeah, I think he chose Park because it was the smallest map possible. But then again, he did see the Prime 9 go for the Ice Tower strategy, and so now he's like, oh, okay, well, if you're gonna go for Ice Tower, then it's kind of dangerous for me to pick a small map because farms are no longer very effective. And actually, now that I think about it, I remember saying at the start of this series that both these guys had a gentleman's agreement. Oh, interesting, a Dartling gun. So very interesting choice. I wonder if you can use this to go no lives lost. I know that Dartling gun, in my personal opinion, Dartling gun is actually one of the best ways to go no lives lost on this map. Actually, boomerang is actually really quite hard to go no lives lost, because if you can, but it means that you need like 3 boomerangs on round 6 just to survive versus blacks, and it means that your economy is actually like really bad, or maybe only like 650 economy, 700 economy. Whereas if you're a Dartling gun, it's actually a lot safer versus blacks. But that's a bit of an aside. So Prime 9 using texture to bomb tower to try to get no lives lost on this map, really interesting. Whereas Anaconda's going bomb and Dartling gun, and seems to be more Dartling gun focused. I would have thought he'd be cluster bomb focused, where the Dartling gun was only used to pop blacks, but actually he's being Dartling gun focused, and the bomb tower is just to add a little bit more popping power. So, oh, are these balloons gonna get through here? I see a balloon getting through. Is that a balloon getting through? No, again, just a problem with the visuals. So Anaconda's Dartling gun shooting down the straight, very good. So back to what I was saying before though, I thought I said at the start, I did say at the start of this cast that there was a gentleman's agreement between these guys not to use ice towers. Obviously that's wrong, because Prime 9 did use ice towers on. Oh, I don't know. There might have been an agreement to not to use the specific ice strategy that Trevor Squires showed us in his in the video on his channel. I talked about it in episode 15. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out episode 15, or go see Trevor Squires' channel. He has a great video about this particular new ice strategy that's really strong. And while it's true that the Prime 9 didn't use that particular really overpowered ice strategy, he did still use ice towers. I'm not too sure if that was allowed, but obviously Anacondas was okay with it, so you know, it's fine. But yeah, round 6 here, guys. Usually this is when bomb tower texture starts to get a little bit hairy. You really need a bit more defense to be safe with bomb tower texture, and that's why he's got 2 of these 3-0 textures, and that is probably enough to keep him quite safe, because it does mean that all the blacks will get popped, and it does mean that anything like regrow blacks and regrow leads aren't as big of a threat. And you can see here, this is why Dartling gun with bomb tower is so good on this map, because when you shoot down this straight, the blacks are just not a danger at all. But there is a danger with using Dartling gun, is that whenever you want to upgrade your towers, like let's say you want to upgrade your bomb tower, there is that dangerous point where if your opponent keeps sending balloons, you really just have no time to point that Dartling gun away. It has to shoot down the straight the whole time. So the Prime 9 trying to do some damage here with regrow yellows, regrow blacks, and oh, they're definitely overwhelming Anacondas. So oh my god, I think definitely there's gonna be some lives here lost here, guys. Anacondas has to pop the blacks. That's the most important. And now that Anacondas has changed his aiming, he's like dead in the water. There's no way Anacondas is getting no lives lost. Oh my god, he's gonna do it? Is he gonna get no lives lost? Oh my god, is he actually gonna do it? No. Oh, I see a balloon getting past, and there it is, the first life lost. Oh my god, I just clapped. So excited. So this might be here. Like, this might be it, you guys. 1 life is all you need. Not paying attention. Yes, that's a little bit unfortunate. But that 1 life lost, guys, is all. And whoa, he just sold his monkey ace and moved it to the middle there, which I guess is fair enough. So 150 lives, no lives lost for the Prime 9, and 1 life lost for Anacondas, and that's all you need to lose King of the Hill, guys. So if Prime 9 just plays safe, plays perfectly, and he's shown he's got the monkey ace, so he's shown that he has a ground 0, so he's good for the late game, and so is Anaconda. But yeah, I wonder if Prime 9 knows how to play 100% no lives lost safe with bomb tower attack shooter. I presume he does, but like for example right now, Rainbow Rush, what's he going to do? Is he going to get that bomb tower up to a 4-2, or is he going to use a Blade Maelstrom? Excuse me, as a Blade Maelstrom isn't a necessarily 100% no lives lost defense versus the Rim Rush. Also, we're going to notice here that the Primal 9 is using a mortar, so there are still some ways for Anacondas. And okay, here it is, a Rainbow Rush, which is forcing a Rainbow and Camera Rush. So he's trying to exploit the mortar here, guys. And will this work? Primal 9. Oh, that bomb tower missed. And he says no, as in no, that doesn't work, or no, he's worried that did work. So no one did. So that means Anaconda is really, really far behind here now. Primal 9 looking so far ahead. And oh my, by the way here, guys, a regrow ceramic here sent by the Primal 9, which is forcing Anaconda to get that laser cannon. And wow, laser cannon is really good, guys. Holy cow, laser cannon able to handle those ceramics by itself. But yeah, that little regrow, rainbow, and camo rush, not enough to get past the defense. It wasn't even that much of a defense, just a single 4-2 bomb tower and that mortar with the help of the Monkey Ace was enough to get past, not get past the Primal 9's defense. So now times for ceramics, and ceramics is actually really, really good rush on this map, guy, because if you don't pop the, okay, this is not going to be enough by the Primal 9, I don't think. Oh, it might be. It might just barely be enough. Oh, this is going to be really close here, guys. Oh my god, I think there's some balloons getting through. Lots of balloons getting through. But is it just a problem with the visuals? And it looks like it is. It looks like it is. Yeah, so it looks like that was just a problem with the visuals. Actually, the Primal 9 able to defend that perfectly. So unfortunately, no lives lost still by the Primal 9. So really, really close there, but again, that was just a problem with the visuals on our side. Actually, no balloons got through. And now, Primal 9 is so far ahead. He's so safe. Anacondas has wasted so much money on attacks that don't work at all. Just attacks that, the Rainbow Rush failed. The Ceramic Rush failed. These are big attacks, guys. These attacks that cost a lot of money. And so, if Anacondas isn't able to do, he might have one last rush up his sleeve. But personally, I think he's already out of steam. I think there's no way Anacondas can win this game. Excuse me, guys. So, yeah, look at this, guys. Primal 9 was his 3 Moab Maulers, the 4-2 Bomb Tower, and the 3-0 Bomb Tower as defense against any ceramics. He's so safe. Even a round 20 BFB, very unlikely to get past here. And now with double 4-2 bomb towers, he is definitely safe. He can even sell these towers to get ground 0 if he wants to, if he thinks the defense is insufficient. So try to get as many Moab Maulers up as quickly as possible to pop this BFB layer. And there it is. Oh! So I think I see here, so here it is, here's some camos. Oh my god, he was trying to exploit the mortar. Oh, but Primal 9 perfect reaction, getting that, saving up $9,000 for that Mauler. And oh my god, but he sold his 4-2 bomb towers though. Oh my god, Primal 9 just like lost tons of money. Oh, GG! Wow! Wow, what happened there? So, oh my god, that was completely the wrong choice by the Primal 9. What a huge blunder. Okay, I'll explain what I think the blunder was. He sold his 4-2 bomb towers to get that mortar up. He needed the mortar. I totally agree he needs the mortar. So, by the way, guys, victory for Anacondas. GG. Anacondas wins the series 3-2. And that means that he moves above the Primal 9 in the Nobleman rankings. But, I've just let me get this analysis out because it was really key, I think. Primal 9 needed that 4-2 mortar. So 2-4, I think it's 2-4. Yeah, 2-4 mortar. Because he didn't want to get his mortar exploited, and that single 2-4 mortar is how you sort of stop the mortar exploit because it has a lot more popping power. But the problem was that he sold his 4-2 bomb towers. He shouldn't have sold that. He should have sold his Moab Maulers because he'd already popped the balloons down into the Moab, into the ceramics and into the rainbows. He didn't need those Moab Maulers anymore. There wasn't any more Moabs on the screen, so he sold the wrong